Have you ever wondered how angels operate in your life, often without you even realizing it? They are celestial beings, invisible to the human eye, but with a powerful and significant presence. On your spiritual journey, angels work silently, guiding, protecting, and inspiring you. They do not make a show of their actions, but their divine influence is always around you. In this video, we will explore how angels, under the shadow of the Almighty, act discreetly to change the course of your life. The presence of angels in our lives is a profound mystery, often invisible to our human eyes, but their influence is undeniable. These celestial beings have a direct connection with the divine, with the mission of helping and protecting those who seek the light. Even though we cannot see them, angels constantly act on our paths, guiding us in subtle and silent ways. Their actions do not manifest themselves with great visible signs or in an immediate way. On the contrary, they move discreetly, leaving clues of their presence only to those who are open to perceive the signs. The mystery of angels lies not only in their invisible form, but also in how their interventions can be as small as a whisper, but powerful enough to change the course of an entire life. This mystery awakens in us a sense of comfort and security. When we feel that we are being guided by a higher power, we have more confidence to make difficult decisions and face the challenges of everyday life. Angels do not impose their will on us, but become loving guides who help us find our way. Sometimes they protect us from dangerous situations without us even knowing how vulnerable we were at that moment. The fact that their presence often goes unnoticed only adds to the beauty and serenity of their work. The mystery of the angelic presence is, in fact, one of the purest forms of divine manifestation, discreet but ever present, offering us a sense of peace and connection with the Almighty. Angels are known for their ability to guide those who seek direction, often without us even realizing their intervention. They act as spiritual guides, influencing our choices and decisions, whether in moments of doubt or uncertainty. Their role is not to force or impose, but to gently guide us towards what is right, aligning us with the divine plan. When making important decisions, we may feel a sense of peace or a sudden intuition that shows us the best path to follow. These intuitions are often manifestations of the angelic presence, helping us navigate life's challenges. It is this ability of angels to quietly influence our actions that demonstrates their love and care for us, always with the intention of leading us towards a future more aligned with our divine purpose. Angelic guidance often comes in quiet moments when we are reflecting or praying. They don't shout for our attention, but rather whisper in our hearts, offering clarity and insight. By allowing ourselves to listen to these silent messages, we are able to make wiser, more informed decisions. Often, when we look back, we can see that the best choices came after a moment of meditation or a gut feeling that guided us. This is how angels work in our lives, guiding us with gentleness and protection. Their mission is not to lead us astray, but to lead us exactly where we need to be, helping us grow spiritually and fulfill the greater purpose for which we were created. Angels are known primarily for their role as protectors, keeping us safe and protected in situations of risk and danger. Their protective action, however, is often imperceptible. They act silently, preventing us from being hit by dangers that we cannot see. This protection does not only occur in moments of great risk, such as accidents or illnesses, but also in everyday situations where we are vulnerable to bad decisions or negative influences. Angels are constantly around us, creating an invisible shield that prevents us from straying from the path of light and peace. Their protection is an extension of divine love, offering us security and tranquility even when we are unaware of their intervention. It's amazing how angels know exactly where we need protection, and often this protection comes without us even realizing it. How many times have we narrowly avoided an accident or felt a sudden sense of security in the midst of an uncomfortable situation? It's the angels who are behind these experiences, guiding us in a divine way so that we can fulfill our mission on earth without being interrupted by negative forces. They protect not only our bodies, but also our minds and spirits, freeing us from harmful spiritual influences. When we recognize and give thanks for divine protection, our connection with the angels is strengthened, allowing their silent actions to continue to support and guide us with unconditional love. Angelic signs are often subtle but always powerful. They can appear at specific times in our lives when we most need guidance or comfort. Often these signs are not obvious at first glance, but as we become more aware and open to the divine, we begin to notice their manifestations. They can be as simple as a sense of peace in times of confusion, or as more explicit as the repetition of significant numbers or even unexpected encounters with people who bring messages of light. The important thing is that these signs, however subtle they may be, have a divine purpose to remind us that we are not alone and that the angels are always present, ready to help us. One of the most common ways to recognize angelic signs is through intuition. Often, we feel that something is guiding or protecting us without any rational explanation. This could be an angel communicating with us, directing us towards a choice, or freeing us from something that would not be good for us. Additionally, angels can communicate with us through dreams, coincidences, or even songs and words that we encounter in moments of reflection. When we begin to recognize these signs and trust them, we become more connected to the angels and their guidance. By paying attention to our surroundings and our intuition, we can realize that angels are acting in our lives in small but significant ways, always guiding us towards the path of peace and fulfillment. Divine love is the force that unites angels with the Almighty, and it is through this love that they fulfill their mission in our lives. Angels are messengers of divine goodness, always acting to bring us closer to the Creator and guide us towards the greater purpose He has for each of us. This love is immeasurable and unconditional, something that is reflected in the way angels care for and protect us, always seeking our good without expecting anything in return. The connection between angels and God is deep and eternal, and it is this divine force that allows angels to act as instruments of light, offering us comfort, wisdom, and guidance. It is through this connection that angels are able to help us grow spiritually and align ourselves with divine will, providing us with the peace and security necessary to face life's challenges. When we recognize the connection between angels and divine love, our understanding of their role in our lives becomes clearer. They are not distant or abstract beings. They are extensions of God's love, sent to guide and protect us. This connection also reminds us that by seeking the guidance of angels, we are actually drawing closer to God. Every action of angels, no matter how small, is an expression of this immeasurable love that overflows to us. When we understand that we are loved and cared for in this divine way, our faith is strengthened and our trust in God's plan grows. Angels, then, are not just protectors, they are bearers of divine love, and their presence in our lives is a constant reminder that we are loved by God in ways that go beyond human comprehension. Angels are not just protectors or guides, they also have the role of teaching, often silently and imperceptibly. Their teachings do not come in direct words or elaborate speeches, but rather in small gestures of wisdom, intuitions, or even through what is presented to us in our life experiences. Often these teachings manifest themselves during the most challenging moments, when the angel helps us see a situation from a new perspective or make a wiser decision. They do not force learning, but offer the opportunity for growth and transformation, helping us develop qualities such as patience, compassion, and faith. Through their guidance, we are guided not only to overcome obstacles, but to learn from them, evolving as human beings and spiritually. These silent teachings also manifest themselves through our deepest emotions and feelings. When we are in tune with the angelic presence, we may feel a sense of clarity or revelation, as if a hidden truth is being unveiled before us. These moments of epiphany, where we understand something we did not understand before, are often the result of the invisible work of angels in our lives. They show us the path to divine wisdom, helping us to make decisions that are more aligned with our spiritual purpose. As we acknowledge the teachings that come through the gentleness of the angelic presence, our spirituality grows, and our connection with the divine is strengthened. Ultimately, angels teach us that the path to true wisdom often requires not words, but the stillness of the soul to listen and learn. Faith is one of the fundamental pillars of our spiritual journey, and angels play an important role in strengthening it, especially in times of doubt and insecurity. In times of adversity, angels offer us silent support, instilling in us a renewed confidence in divine power. They remind us that even when circumstances seem challenging, God's light never goes out. The presence of angels in our lives gives us the support we need to continue believing in ourselves, our purpose, and the goodness of God. Their quiet presence encourages us to persevere, helping us overcome difficulties with a heart full of hope, knowing that we are being protected and guided by a greater power. This strengthening of faith often occurs through small signs or intuitions that give us the certainty that we are not alone. When life seems full of uncertainty, the intervention of angels shows us that there is always a solution, a path of light, even in the darkest situations. Each angelic manifestation, be it a feeling of peace, a coincidence, or an inspiring thought, serves as a reminder that God is with us, and that our faith, no matter how small, is enough to move mountains. Thus, angels help us keep the flame of hope alive, reinforcing the confidence that, no matter how difficult the moment may be, there is always a divine reason behind each challenge and a way to overcome it, guided by heavenly love and protection. Prayer is a powerful tool for connecting with the divine, and by invoking the angels in our prayers, we open a direct channel of communication with these heavenly beings. When we pray, we are not only asking for help, but also expressing our trust in the guidance and protection of the angels. Prayer allows us to attune our mind and heart to the divine presence, creating a space of tranquility where we can hear the angelic whispers. It is through this connection that the angels can intervene more deeply in our lives, responding to our requests for guidance, protection, and healing. The regular practice of prayer makes us more sensitive to the signs and messages that the angels send, making it easier to recognize their presence and action in our daily lives. By invoking the angels, we are also affirming our belief in their power and their ability to help us in all areas of life. Invocation is not just a request, but an acknowledgement of the divine energy that surrounds us. Angels respond to our faith and devotion, and the more we open ourselves to this spiritual help, the more their presence becomes evident. Prayers to angels do not need to be complex or elaborate. The most important thing is sincerity from the heart. By asking for the intervention of angels, we are inviting them to actively engage in our lives, helping us follow the path of light and peace. Thus, prayer becomes not only a tool of request, but also a means of strengthening ourselves spiritually, recognizing that angels are always ready to support and guide us. Angels play a vital role as spiritual guides, especially in times of crisis and suffering. When we face difficulties, the presence of angels offers us a gentle and reassuring light, guiding us at every step and helping us navigate life's storms. In times of pain, loss, or uncertainty, angels offer us comfort, reminding us that we are not alone and that there is always a divine purpose, even in the most challenging situations. Their role is not only to provide physical protection, but also to heal us emotionally and spiritually, helping us maintain faith and trust in ourselves and in a greater plan. Angels become our faithful companions, guiding us with wisdom, patience and love as we face the challenges that life throws at us. Crises, no matter how difficult they may be, also become opportunities to strengthen our spirituality and connection with the angels. During the darkest moments, angels help us find meaning in adversity, teaching us important lessons about resilience, growth and overcoming. Their presence makes us feel that, although pain is real, it is not permanent, and that there is always a path to healing and renewal. When we recognize the signs of angelic activity, our faith is strengthened and we feel more prepared to face challenges with courage and confidence. In this way, angels not only guide us spiritually, but also help us grow and evolve, even in times of crisis, transforming difficulties into opportunities for inner transformation. Angels exist under the great shadow of the Almighty, fulfilling a fundamental role in the divine plan. Their ultimate purpose is to serve as intermediaries between God and humanity, guiding us toward a path of light and alignment with divine purpose. The shadow of the Almighty symbolizes the constant presence of God, involving the angels in a mission that transcends human understanding. They not only protect and guide us, but also remind us that we are part of something much greater, something eternal. Under this shadow, angels play a silent but immeasurable role in the process of our spiritual evolution. They act in accordance with the will of God, never seeking self-glory, but with the sole purpose of leading us toward the greater purpose that has been destined for us. The role of angels under God's shadow is a reflection of humility and devotion. They do not seek recognition, but rather fulfill the divine mission of helping and serving. This mission is not a simple task. It involves a profound responsibility to guide human souls, often in times of crisis and doubt. The purpose of angels, therefore, goes beyond protection or guidance, but is also linked to our spiritual transformation. They help us to realize the greatness of God and to understand our place within the divine plan. Their presence teaches us that, even in times of difficulty, we are under the protection and guidance of a greater power which guides us with infinite wisdom and love. Ultimately, angels are instruments of divine love, reminding us that despite life's difficulties, we are always under the protective shadow of the Almighty. Have you ever felt the presence of an angel in your life? Or perhaps you have noticed small signs that indicate something greater is at work? Comment below about your experience and share this video with anyone you think needs this message. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any more transformative content. In the next video, we will continue our spiritual journey together. Until then, stay in peace and under the protection of the angels.